Hi there, Librans. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Astrogirl. We're looking at January 18 through January 24. And of course, Mercury, the planet of communication and clear thinking, continues to be retrograde. But for this is the last week. He does go forward on January 25, and we're all looking forward to that. In the meantime, the sun moves into Aquarius on the 20th. Now, of course, Aquarius is your fellow air sign and your fifth house of romance, creativity, and self fulfillment. So it's one of the better moves for you, and a very good move, in fact, because 2016 started off with Mercury retrograde in Aquarius for 4 days. And then it's been retrograde in Capricorn for the rest of the time. Mercury retrograde, of course, is never a good thing. It's a time for you to sit tight and wait it out and redo and retweak pretty much everything. And as I said, we have one more week to go. Now, the sun moves into Aquarius, and so things are going to take on a different kind of vibe once the sun moves in on the 20th. It brings an energy shift into the electrifying energy of Aquarius. With this sign change, the intellectually gifted as well as emotionally challenged energy of Aquarius moves onto the front burner for the next month. And because before Mercury turns direct next week, it's on schedule to rise as the morning star on Wednesday, January 20. Also, we have a full moon this weekend, and the full moon is in Leo, your 11th house of hopes, dreams, wishes, and friendship. Now, if you have any sort of friendships or relationships where you feel that you're on different sides, or that things are simply not working out, or that it wasn't what you signed up for, or that someone is leaning on you too much. I just had a client telling me how one of their friends has been calling them at midnight asking them for money for petrol to put in their car. And what do I think of that? Well, I think that's a bit much, and it's every man for himself. And I think midnight, when there's small children asleep, and to expect someone to drive miles in LA to deliver petrol to someone, unless it's your boyfriend or your husband or your sister or your BFF, maybe, but not just someone that you know casually. So I think this full moon is going to bring up a lot of issues and make you realize who really is a good quality friend and who's in it for what they can get. Because sometimes, Librans, you give far too much of yourself, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. So next week, it's going to really kick off the year. I just feel like 2016 has been stalled somewhat due to Mercury retrograde. Well, luckily things change for the better next week. And I'll be talking to you about it next week. Thanks so much for tuning in. Have a wonderful week. If you're single, Aquarius is a great person to mingle with. And I'll speak to you next week. Thanks, Librans.